Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Fastbreak Show with your host, Mark Livingston, and our esteemed colleague and guest, Coach Tiff. Following a couple of great games of the past the past week with Radford and USC Asheville last night, we're going to kind of discuss. Also, we'll discuss, the seniors, playing their final game at home last night. Definitely going to have a lot to talk about on that. First of all, if you are on and if you have not hit the subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Because we definitely want to make sure that we get as many people who are interested in PC women's basketball to subscribe to our show. Um, Last week we had 120 views last week, so I want to thank Coach Sarter for bringing on Paige and Daniela last week. We actually killed it with 120 views last week, so that was a big show. So I appreciate them for coming out and participating. So, Coach, I want to appreciate you for using your time these past few weeks to come out here and do this show with me and bringing them on as well. So I definitely appreciate it. I hate that I got started in the middle of the year. I hate that we couldn't do this a little bit earlier, but next year we'll have a full season. Just a little bit to remind you guys, next week we may not have a show. It depends. Next week is the Big South tournament. So, we want to wish Coach and the team good luck. Like I said, we'll know more next week as, this Saturday is going to determine a lot with seeding and stuff like that. So, I'm not going to pressure Coach to do a show in the middle of a tournament. But we will have one the following week to kind of recap the season. Just to let you guys know, my new show, Big South Attitude, will be starting on the 15th. I'll be at USC Upstate, and I'll be going through the whole Big South from school to school. But I'll still be covering a lot of PC stuff as well, as far as baseball, football, and next year, like I said, in the basketball. So, Coach, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about, first of all, your big win last Saturday against Radford. Big win on the road against the number 3 team in the conference.
Yeah.
Went on the road, outplayed very, very well. Paige had a monster 27 points, 16 rebounds. Shelby Fiddler is finding her stroke at the 3 the past couple of games. She had 5 threes, a few clutch ones against Radford. So, what do you want to talk about that game and the mindset going into a hostile environment all the way in Virginia? That's a long road trip, and to come away with a win like that, what does that do for your team and their confidence moving forward?
Yeah, no, it was definitely a good win for us, a really good environment because they had so much stuff going on there that day. We had a good fan base there. We got obviously some players that's from Virginia was able to come out and support and watch our team. And then obviously people that I know, some friends and family there as well. So it was we feel like we had a good support there at Bradford, but also our women stepped up. They stepped up and they executed extremely well in the second half. We got off to a really good start, hit a rough patch in the second quarter, but the third quarter and fourth quarter is where we really we stayed consistent and executed the game plan.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, so you had some big contributions. Like I said, Shelby had 5 threes. She finished with 17 points. You guys limited the turnovers. Actually, y'all outscored them in the paint and on fast break points. So y'all did very, very well in there. And like you said, in the third and fourth quarter, they really came to life. Aminata Tal, came off the bench, did her thing like she normally does, bringing the energy. So, like I said, coming off a win like that, that's huge for you guys.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I think, coming away with a big win like that on the road, going to really say a lot for you guys going into the tournament. But so what do you want to talk about, like, as far as, Paige, like I said, we're going to talk about her first. 27 points, 16 rebounds. Absolutely insane game. So what exactly, contributed to that? Like, where did that even come from?
Yeah, Paige is capable of that. I honestly believe that Paige is capable of that. It's just having her believe in that for herself. But she stepped up big for us, a senior, and we lean on her a great bit, not just for her leadership as a senior, but just for the production that we know that she can give us on the floor and
Right.
what she's capable of. So, we excited that she was able to see some shots go in pretty early and build some confidence in that game. And it led to a lot of different things for our team, right? When she's in that zone, it certainly helps spread and be contagious for the rest of the players around her. And I thought we had a really consistent effort from everybody. It was a great
Right.
team win. Everybody stepped up and did things to help us.
It really was. Like I said, y'all have one of y'all's better shooting performances of the whole season, I believe. And I think when she's making shots like that, that opens, that kind of spreads the floor for people like your 3-point sharpshooters and stuff like that, like Shelby, to be able to make 3-pointers and things. So I think that whenever she's in the zone, I think that opens up a lot for everybody else. So big win. Like I said, going in as a big underdog. And then last night against UNC Asheville at home. I look. Like I said, I will be honest with you. I didn't get to catch the game, but I did. Like I said, I did get the media scoop from Jesse. Um, if you look at the box score, you think y'all won. I mean, really and truly, because the first half it looked like y'all struggled, but the second half that y'all shot over 50% for the second half. Got to the line 20 times, shot 75% from the line, 17 fast break points there too. But then one thing that stuck out to me is they run like 10 deep. And they had 34 points from the bench, and we had 11, and 10 of those came from tall. So it looked like it had the makings of a physical game. I will be honest, like I said, I didn't get to see it because I saw that they shot 29 free throws and y'all shot 19. So it looks like it was I don't know if it was a tightly called game or was it just that physical last night.
It was a combination of both, to be honest, Mark. It was just one of them games that, I think overall we like whether the stat sheet show it or not, it didn't feel like things was going right for us at all. Our women, it just we got off. It was an okay start. Then we kind of hit a little rocky patch, and I don't think we recovered as well as we needed to. Playing against the team, Asheville is their record don't reflect how they play. They're
Right.
well coached, and they young women want to win the game, and that's kind of the emphasis we were sharing with our team and preparing for them. But again, it was a tough game for us to certainly not come into it, not carrying the energy and the momentum that we had against Radford. That was disappointing that we wasn't able to do that. But we certainly got to learn from these mistakes, right, that we're making, and it's just they killed us on the boards, on the offensive boards for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And truthfully, that's how they executed their game. That's how they want to play. They don't necessarily look to make the game pretty and smooth because they play hard, extremely
Right.
hard.
They try to make it a grind.
Yeah, and that's how I felt, and we didn't unfortunately win that battle yesterday. So we got to recover, and we preparing for a Gardner Webb going to their place on Saturday.
Oh yeah. Like I said, that's a big game. Like I said, as far as for seeding for the Big South tournament and things, so that's going to determine a lot on how y'all's weekend goes next weekend. But yeah, I think like I said, stat sheet. I didn't get to watch the game, but so looking at the stat sheet, it looked really like I said, y'all led in a lot of things. Y'all like y'all did some things well. Shia, she had 27 points. But I think that whenever they're running 10 deep, and and I looked at their stat sheet, and all 10 of them had at least 12 to 15 minutes. So it's like they just were rotating in and out. So it looked to me like their game plan was just to tire you guys out with the way they play. It's just what it looked like to me.
I think she. I mean, again, right now you just trying to find some pieces that's gonna stick, right?
Yeah.
Like who's gonna give you what you need in that moment, and who's playing hard, and that's truthfully how they were playing. Like, okay, and almost sometimes we find ourselves in that situation too. Like, who's giving what, and who has the hot hand, and I think they're led by a pretty solid point guard that's playing well for them, right? Again, the stat sheet and the record don't reflect how hard they play. They fight. They've been in a lot of games, so give them credit.
Yeah, JD in the comments, my homie said, "Throw enough spaghetti against the wall and see what sticks." Basically, so
No,
that seems
certainly.
about what it's right at this point in the year, just to see what combinations work. But like I said, I saw your post game comments, and I think you kind of summed it up. This game was basically who wanted it more. And in those games like that, whenever the games are going to be called tight and they're going to be physical, and you got a team that really wants to play that ugly style of basketball, not to make it pretty.
Right.
I think that's going to come down, like you said, to who wants it more and who's going to play, who's going to win those second chance points and going to get those boards and stuff like that. So, like I said, I think that, you guys built up a very, very good game against Radford. And I was hoping to see, you guys come away, with a win in the final game at home. Sometimes that stuff just doesn't happen. But like I said, you got another game at Gardner Webb. I think, what are your thoughts on that game, and how do they play? I know you've watched probably a lot of tape on them, and you already played them once at your place. So what do you think are going to be some of the keys to that game?
Yeah, just containing they have a good floor general, right? This kid I think she leads the big, not think, I know she leads the Big South in scoring. Very heady point guard who's capable of scoring on all different levels. Just a smooth player, truthfully. Obviously learned a lot about her being in the league, but she the real deal. But again, she got to guard us. That's the thing we tell our women. She got to be able to guard us. We got to certainly be able to contain her, but she got really good, a good supporting cast with her that we can't let have career nights and things like that. But again, they've been playing right there with teams as well. They've been struggling the past couple games they've had. But again, our women, we got to be ready to recover ourselves and move forward from yesterday's game and be better on Saturday. I do believe we will be much better, but Gardner Webb is a tough environment to go into as well. So our women will be prepared. We just got to execute the game plan.
Well, one thing I can talk about, is I don't have no doubt that you're going to prepare them to make sure. It's just a matter, like I said, you're going to give them the tools to be successful. It's just a matter of them just executing the game plan, and and just I just think, just from watching, the games over the past, few weeks and the past couple months mainly, I think a lot of it is that in a lot of games is we kind of, beat ourselves a little bit at times. I think there's moments to where we're like, our ladies are like their own worst enemies. They dig themselves in these holes, and then all of a sudden, they just start storming back, and playing from behind is exhausting. So trying to spend your time coming back. But I think that from what I saw, it looked like the thing that broke y'all's back was that young lady from Asheville, when she hit that three, with the shot clock winding down and kind of late in the game. Y'all were down by only 4, and then she knocked down a 3 and made it a 7-point game, and it's just like you just couldn't recover at that point in time. I think a shot like that is just is devastating.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said, y'all play Gardner Webb this week. Got to forget about last night. I think you guys will bounce back and come away with a big win. And one thing I will say about Gardner Webb is, looking from them, even though their record is not that great, they're above 500 at home. So it's definitely not going to be an easy place to play. So but you guys also, when I looked at y'all's record, played better away. Y'all have more wins away than y'all have at home. So I think that's going to set up for an interesting game. Um, just a couple comments, just right quick. Desiree Stanfield said Blue Hose got to bounce back. Wednesday took an L. Saturday bounced back, or whatever Big Sean said. Um, Mike Tucker said the Revolution will be televised, battling through the tournament to the top. Hey, look here, man. Stranger things have happened though. So like I said, last year they had a run in the tournament. So stranger things have happened. I think you guys got the talent. I think the talent's there. I just think putting it together at the right time, and making sure everybody's on the right page. But like I said, it's going to make for an interesting weekend. Going to make for an interesting next weekend. Wrapping up the season. So I think I wish you guys luck this Saturday,
Thank
and I
you.
wish you guys luck in the tournament. But I want to go ahead. I want to go ahead and give a quick shout out.
All right.
One thing that I learned today is Black History Month, and our very own Coach Tiff Sarden is the very first Black female head coach at Presbyterian College.
Yeah.
I have not done a good job of shouting this out, and with this being one of the last days of Black History Month, I think that's an appropriate time to give a big shout out, for breaking those barriers, breaking that glass ceiling, and coming down here and making an impact. Anything you want to say about that as well?
Yeah, I'm super appreciative to be in the position that I am in, and I don't believe I'll be the last one to be in this position. But very grateful for the opportunity to just be able to lead a great group of young women in a program to doing some special things. But there's been a lot of people who've paved the way, right, for me to be in this position, and again, those people who I'm super thankful for and grateful to. But although there's a lot of things that we wish to see and want to continue to see. And we are ways away, but I'm just grateful to be in this opportunity to lead a group of women to doing some really special things. So thank you.
Look, like I said, even though the year hasn't went
It is a
as the
really
way
special
you
month
wanted,
for us, but we got to keep
the
doing
year
that.
hasn't went the way you wanted it. Just look at it like this, and I was looking. Y'all are a young team. Y'all, you only lose, 2 or 3 seniors this year. One starter, Paige, which it should be a big loss. But you got some people coming in that just feel like you feel really confident in that we've already talked about in past episodes. So the building blocks are there. So I think finish this season strong. Good recruiting. I think I think you got a good chance to build something here.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
now
That's the
I'm going to
plan.
give you an opportunity. Also, I want you to speak on these seniors that you do have. Each one on individual, how they contribute to you, your feelings about them. So let's kind of talk about Paige first. What would you like to speak on about her? Wrapping up her final game at home, great senior season. What would you like to speak about her?
Yeah, I believe Paige has been, she's going to be able to leave PC the way, I think she ultimately wanted to leave, considering this year. But, she's going to lead a program as a champion. She's won a championship here. She's been very fortunate to really win and have some success in a lot of areas. Super brilliant, smart young woman off the floor. The sky's the limit for Paige, and whatever is next for her, I certainly know she's going to be well prepared and ready for, just because she's that type of young woman. But she'll be somebody we'll certainly miss in the program because she's been embracing the challenge that I've been putting on her. Right, like she's someone who's I got to speak to really early on, and she had opportunity, like she mentioned in the last call, to go somewhere else. But she made the decision to stay because she's very loyal, but also she's someone who believes in finishing where she started. So appreciative that she did stay. And again, we want to take it one game at a time. I know she don't want to see this season end,
All right.
but she's, we certainly are thankful for Paige that she stayed here and everything that she's doing for us at this moment.
Well, that speaks a lot about character too, and that's something you just can't coach. With somebody's loyalty. Like I said, whenever you came in, brand new coach her senior year, had opportunities to go other places and to do other things, and decided to stay to build, to finish what she started because she just likes the program, things like that. So that says a lot. That says a lot. All right. So Sonia, senior. does some great things on, made some good impacts. What you want to talk about with her, right quick?
Yeah, Sonya has learned. She's learned a lot, I think, in this short bit of time that we spent with each other. She's continued to learn and grow, not just on the basketball court, but off the floor as well. We talk a good bit. She's actually and we have empowerment groups, so I'm her empowerment coach as well. But really cool young human being, and I've enjoyed getting to know Sonya and Sonya being in this program, and she's another one. All our seniors are some strong young women who's going to do some special things off the floor, certainly when they're long gone from PC. But Sonya, really appreciate everything that she is doing in the program as well, and just her commitment, right? Like, this ain't been an easy challenge for Sonya by any means, but she continues to show up every day with a
Yeah,
good and try to give us her best.
and that's all she could truly ask for. Now, Natalie, also senior.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really familiar with her. I don't know. But anything that you want to talk, I just saw that she was one of your seniors. So anything you want to talk about with her, that people are not familiar with that name because of any reason, about her and her contributions to the team as well.
Yeah, Natalie has been in this program as well. She's someone who's fortunate to be able to leave the program pretty early. She'll graduate. She came into PC with a lot of credits, so she's got pretty much a head start on her career. So she'll be pursuing, graduate things after PC, after leaving us here. But just, someone, she was hit with an injury and recovering, coming back from injury to start the season out. So she's been really working hard to get herself back to full strength and full capacity. But, she's working hard in practice for us. And, she certainly is someone who I believe her number is called, the right time in occur. She'll be ready for it. But again, she got hit with the injury last year, and she's been recovering from it. And, she works extremely hard. And her next stop will be exactly, I'm sure, what she wants it to be, and certainly wishing her the best.
Great. Yeah. Like I said, because me coming in kind of late, I wasn't familiar, so I didn't know if she had been injured or what happened. So, like I said, that's why I want to take this time to kind of learn. But so as we get ready to move on, Gardner Webb this Saturday. That's not a very far drive. So if people from Clinton need to come out and support this team, Gardner Webb is not but a couple-hour drive. So it's not like a very, very long road trip. So, people need to come out there and make the Blue Hose, give them their support also. Hopefully, we get a good crowd of people out there. Do y'all guys get a lot of people from Clinton? Do they come to some of these road games?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I do know we get a pretty decent crowd on the road just from family and friends, and we are very appreciative of. So, the town from Clinton, I mean, with Gardner Webb, it's less than actually 2 hours away. It's probably an hour and 10 minutes, if that, from school. So we would love to see some folks from town up in Boiling Springs. It ain't a lot going on there from my understanding, but, we certainly would love the support of those who are nearby and can make it out. Come on out and support us on the road. Again, like you said, Mark, I do believe sometimes we play better on the road. We really do. Our energy, our focus is a lot different for whatever reason, right? Whatever strange reason, it's been that way for us, and we got to certainly elevate and bring it on Saturday.
Well, sometimes, some people play the villain better. Some people like that, embrace that villain type of thing. Whenever I played, whenever I played sports and stuff like that, I used to love to go on the road. Like I said, that was one of my favorite things to do, was to play on the road, because I love to beat you on your own court. So I think that says a lot. That you guys do have that mentality that y'all can go into these environments, play these tough teams, and play them tough. Because if you look at some of these games, Winthrop a couple of times, a couple of heartbreakers. The Charleston Southern game, y'all were in it for the most part until the very end. Y'all have had some games to where you've just couldn't close it out, or just had those one or two bad spots, or a bad start, or a bad run. from actually, having a much, much different season this season. So the talent's there. I think that you guys are set up for success. So I think you guys are going to come to Gardner Webb, going to pull out a win. I'm calling it now. I said it first right here on the Fast Break Show. We're gonna come away with a win and make some big noise in the tournament. So whoever draws this team doesn't want to play. I don't think so. I think you guys are going to come out ready to play. Also want to thank the 11 viewers that are watching right now. So we do have 11. That's a really, really solid number. So like I said, we got 11. That's, like I said, that's a really, really good number of people watching. So I do want to thank you. If you have not hit that subscribe button, please do
200
so.
when we get off here, right?
What's that?
I said, so that means it's going to be like 200 when we get off here then.
Probably so, because a lot of people don't watch us live, but we get a lot of views later. Because like I said, last week, right when we got off, we jumped up to 30-something viewers right there. Oh, wow. Right there at the end, right? JD, my friend, said, "Man, do you realize you jumped up to 31 viewers right when y'all got off?" So, and a lot of people, I think, go back and watch the replays of the show because, like I said, last week we had about 40 or 50 views we wrapped up, and we ended up with 120. So we do get people who come back and watch it. So, whether you get to 8:15, people may be eating dinner, stuff like that. So, I don't fault people. So, like I said, we're gonna do our show. We're gonna have fun, and that's what's gonna matter. So, if you guys are late, just letting you know, there may not be a show next Thursday. Like I said, I'll get with Coach, probably the first part of the week, just to see, what she thinks about doing a show. Like I said, with the tournament coming up, that's going to be our main focus. We will have one more show after that next week, the following week, to kind of recap the season. Matthew Thomas said Coach Tiff is awesome. And let's see here. Another cousin said, "Let's go Hoes." So you definitely got some fans over there. So we definitely got some big fans.
I appreciate everybody.
I definitely appreciate everybody. Like I said, this show could not be done without you, Coach, and without the viewers and people coming, spending their time to spend these 30-40 minutes with us each Thursday night. So we definitely do appreciate it. This. And hopefully, like I said, next year I can get Coach back on to do another show with me for a full year, and that would be a lot of fun. So, Coach, I want to go ahead, like I said, because you said you had a late practice, so I'm going to go ahead and let you wrap it up. So, if you want to go ahead and close out, if you have any closing comments for tonight about the game coming up, about the tournament, things like, or whatever you want to talk about to close us out, go right on ahead.
Yeah, just those who can't make it to the game we play on Saturday. It's our last conference game of the season before we head into Big South Conference play Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's 12 p.m. Central Standard Time for those back at home for me in Chicago area. But just check us out. We're playing a really good Gardner Webb team. It's their senior night. We'll be ready to take on them before we get into conference play, which will start next Friday for us. That's the plan. But it can also start as early as Thursday. But just really thank you to everybody who's been supporting us all season long. We hope you will continue to support us, continue to follow us, and we'll continue to put our best foot forward.
Hey, you guys going in next week to defend the champions. So, like I said, so Tip the Scale said, let's get this win Saturday and go into the tournament strong.
For sure.
We got another comment right here. Said Big South tournament champions putting in. I'm doing this from my phone.
Put it in the air.
Putting it in the air. Yeah. Like I said, man, I can't half see. I'm sorry. I need to. My laptop is garbage, so I have to do this from my phone. So trying to read this stuff. So, like I said, next time we'll be a little more professional, and I actually have good equipment next time. But this was kind of like a last minute thing. But like I said, Coach, if we do get to have a show next week, that'll be awesome. If I do not get to talk to you between now and then, Good luck. I was supposed to go to Gardner Webb this Saturday. I was actually credentialed to go to that game. However, if you can see all the moving boxes in the back there, um, definitely not going to make it to that one.
We
And
understand. We understand.
I was trying to get to the Big South tournament next week. East Tennessee is just a long drive for me to make, and when I had to move, that was my hotel money that I was going to be staying in East Tennessee to cover the game. And as you probably well know, moving is very expensive. So,
Yes,
but like I said, we up to 13 viewers. So, like, obviously, people decide they want to come on, like right here as we close out. But Coach, definitely want to thank you for doing this with me for these for these 4 episodes, and the next couple ones that we get the close it out, because you definitely didn't have to do that. So I do want to appreciate you doing that. I've definitely enjoyed it. And like I said, please also do not be a stranger. If you ever want to come on my new show that I have, even though it's not strictly PC, you say, hey, I want to come on and talk. You always got an open seat with me. I will send you the link, no problem. But if not, please tune into my new show. And PC, you guys, even though I won't be having Coach Sarden on here, I will be still covering the Big South. So please take the time out to continue to support my new show. It'll be called Big South Attitude. And like I said, I'll be covering baseball, football. And then, next year, me and Coach Sarden will be back to doing this, hopefully, if she'll have me.
Yeah,
But
no, definitely. No, thank you, Mark. I really appreciate you even, inviting me on your show and wanting me and a few of our women that have joined to be a part of it. So we super appreciative of you thinking of us and what you're doing to help get PC out there, especially PC women's basketball. So we definitely appreciate you and just
well, you guys have definitely embraced me. So, like I said, me and Jesse, we talk all the time. So, now me and you, we email back and forth. So, I definitely have a soft spot for a PC no matter where I go. So, especially PC women's basketball.
There you
So,
go.
all right. So with that being said, I want to close it out for tonight. Let you get some rest. Like I said, you guys have a good game this Saturday. If I don't talk to you between now and then, best of luck. I will be watching on that Big South tournament. I will watch y'all on TV because I'm
Absolutely.
sure to be on ESPN or somewhere that I can catch the game. So I'll definitely be still checking you guys out. But if you don't have anything else, Coach, I'm going to let you get on off of here, and everybody have a great night.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you
Go
again.
Hoes.
There we go. Go Hoes.